Hello everyone, in today's video I'll show you how to calculate the average value of a range of numbers in Excel. To do that, we need to use the function average, and after that I'll show you what happens with this calculation when you have zero or empty cells within your dataset. To exemplify this, let's say we work for the financial department of a company and we are analyzing the monthly revenue report and we need to calculate the average value of this dataset. So we start typing =, average, open parentheses, and now you need to input our data range. You need to input our numbers. To do that, there are two ways you could use. You could select the full range by clicking and holding the first value, and then dragging your cursor all the way up to the end, and then releasing it, closing parentheses, and then hit enter, and here we have our average value. The second way you could use is by selecting all the numbers individually. So click and release the first value just to select it. Hit comma, select the second one, comma again, third value, and so on. And you need to use this method when your information is not organized in the same column or in the same row. Sometimes you have the values spread out in your spreadsheet and they are not in sequence. So that's when you need to select the numbers individually one by one. You could also use both methods together. Let's say you have two ranges of information and you need to calculate the average value of all of them together, So to do that, you could select the first range, type comma, and select the second range of information. Hit enter, and here you have the average value for this whole dataset to the two columns together. However, let's just keep the first one in our example. If you want to know how I added this average line in my bar graph, in my clustered column graph, I have another video in my channel explaining how to do that. Now I'll show you what happens to Excel when you have zero and empty values within your data range. Right, let's start by analyzing what happens when you have a zero. So let's add the average function and select this data range. Only two cells. 1, 3. The average value is 5. It's because when you have a zero, the equation that Excel uses is this one. 10 plus 0 divided by 2. Which means that 0 is still a number in your data range. Well, 0 is a number. It's not positive, it's not negative, but it's still a number. And it's divided by 2 because that's the number of arguments that you have in your data range, 10 and 0. Now let's see what happens when you have an average function in an empty situation. So let's select this range, close the parentheses, and now our average value is 10. It's because what happens when you have an empty cell, Excel skips it. Excel doesn't count empty cells. That's why here Excel is using 10 divided by 1, which is the number of arguments within this data range, even though our range goes from C2 to C3. Excel doesn't count empty cells. So here we have our average value, and that's how we use the average function in Excel. If this video was helpful for you, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, send this video to a friend. If you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, put it down in the comments section so I can work on that. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.